first thing you want to do is you want to stand correctly. I want my ankles to be underneath my armpits at all times. No matter which way I move, my ankles stay underneath my armpits. Now, as far as the stance goes, see if I can get the distance correct here. I want my front foot at a 45-degree angle. This being straight, this being at a 90-degree angle. I want it in the middle, 45-degree angle. My back foot, I don't want it straight. I don't want it at a 45. I want it at a 22. Again, ankles straight underneath my armpits. Barely bend your knees. Barely. Like you're riding a skateboard now. It's just like riding a skateboard. Now that I have my stance, see if I got the distance right again. Now that I got my stance, I'm loose. I'm not bouncing, I'm loose. I'm loose, just like riding a skateboard. I'm loose. I'm ready for any kind of movement. Now you want to put your hands in the correct distance. Okay? I want my knuckles as high as my earlobe. Knuckles as high as my earlobe. Okay? My hands aren't tight. My hands are just closed. That's all. Kind of like holding a finger loosely. Just enough to hold it, but not squeeze it. Just barely close it. Again, my hands right here, my knuckles as high as my earlobes. Now I want the distance of one fist right here. That's where this hand will be. This hand right here, this knuckle and this knuckle are the same. There's your stance. Okay, again, I'm loose. I'm loose. My front foot's at a 45, my back foot's at a 22. So no matter where I go, I'm always here. I'm always here. I'm riding that skateboard. My knuckles are as high as my earlobes. Okay? My hands aren't squeezing. My hands are just closed. Okay, now that we got the stance down, again, my feet are correct. My ankles right underneath my armpits. My hands are up, size my earlobes. I'm loose. I'm not bouncing. I'm loose. I'm ready to move any direction. I'm loose. Okay? Same with my hands. They're loose. They're not squeezing. And I'm not bouncing and I'm not stiff. I'm loose. Now, we're going to punch. Okay? When I punch and I extend, I want my shoulder to protect my face. So I'm punching and I'm protecting my face. So now I have three hands. I have 1, 2, this being my third. So I'm blocking my face on both sides. I'm blocking. I didn't move this hand. I put my face against my hand. That's all I did. I put my face against my hand. I'm not moving this arm whatsoever. I'm putting my face against my hand. Now, as far as the step is concerned, where my toe is, that's where I want my heel to be. Okay? So my heel will wind up being where my toe was. So I'm doing this. Just this little movement here. So when I punch, I'm doing this. Okay? Again, my heel's going where my toe used to be. So I'm snap, snap, snap. Okay, so now we got the stance, we've got the punch, right? Now, after the punch, you want to bring this hand back as fast as you put it out. So I'm snap back, my foot snap back, snap back. Now if I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna throw this next hand, remember I moved this front foot. I moved it from where my toe is forward. Now my heel is where my toe used to be. Now my stance is off. So now that I threw this punch, my stance is too wide. So when I throw this punch and I'm bringing it back, I gotta fix my stance. And that's when the next punch comes. So I'm here. Now I'm gonna close the distance. Remember, my ankles have to be underneath my armpits. So the only thing I'm doing is correcting my stance. I'm dragging it a little bit. So I'm tap, remember, tap, 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 right? So tap, slide, tap, slide, tap, slide, tap, slide, tap, slide. Now when I threw this second hand, remember when I threw my first hand and I'm covering my face, right? Now I'm throwing the second hand, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use my shoulder to protect my face. So I'm here, protecting my face, bringing it back. I'm sliding my foot and I'm protecting my face. So here, and when I bring this back, I'm bringing it back to here, where I was originally. And again, I didn't move this arm. All I did was put my face next to my hand. That's all I did. Here, 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 here. What I've just shown you is the fundamental 1-2 combo. So a jab, cross. That's the basic combo that you get taught from everybody, anywhere, no matter what. Jab, cross. 1-2 is what it's called. Throw a 1-2, that's what they're referring to. Now, as far as how far to throw, you don't want to overextend your body. Never overextend your body. I'm always wanting that good stance. I'm always wanting that good stance. So where I'm aiming is, say for instance, I want to punch somebody in the face. Where I want to end the punch is the back of that target. So I'm not punching any farther than right here. I'm aiming here. This is what I want to hit. This is as far as I want to go. If I'm hitting somebody on this side of their face, this side of their face is where I stop. You don't want to throw the punch this far. You want to go through the target to the other side of the target. If I'm punching somebody in the ribs, this is what I'm hitting. This is as far as I'm going. Because if you go any farther, you're overreaching and now you're off balance. Again, this being the target, this being where you stop. This being the target, this is where you stop. This being the target, this is where you stop. This being the target, this is where you stop. Never overextend. And that's your basic lesson today, Clara. Love you, baby.